there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking love and marriage, Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we are talking about a preview clip for the next episode that is not going to feature Melody Sheree Rogers, it looks like, as well. Nonetheless, we get an appearance, we get a sighting, you guys, of Trisha's husband, and him in motion is a little bit different than the pictures that we saw, but nonetheless, MARSAU has come out of the bushes. He was, not in the previous episode, but now he's in this episode. And let me say this, I have no idea what Carlos King is doing, but whatever it is, can it stop? I don't understand this nonsense. If it is supposed to be full-time people in the cast, doesn't full-time mean you're supposed to be in every episode? That's like Grey's Anatomy never having Meredith Grey in there. That's like Scandal never having Olivia Pope in the episodes. Can you make it make sense? What is the point of paying people full-time if they're not even going to be on the show full-time? And this is 7, 8, 9 seasons in. I don't know what Carlos King is doing. I know some of you guys have a theory that he might be trying to tweak and see a comparison of the ratings in episodes Mel's in versus not, episodes Martel is in versus not, and it's just not working. But the way things are so separate right now, it's giving two things. It's giving this cast doesn't want to film with each other, and it's giving this cast has nothing to talk about, which is why we are being subjected to this drawn-out tomfoolery with Sunny, Moses, and Destiny, as well as now this Trisha, Martel, Kenny, and, now the husband's here. And Carlos swears that there's some big, bomb that's about to drop by the end of the season, and I'm telling you, can the season end now? like what is going on? So in this preview clip that we're going to talk about, MARSAU has on his Skolt shirt, you guys, his Skolt polo. And basically the husband comes in and he's like, listen, me and Trish got married in 18. And then he's up here saying that he feels like she erased 6 years off of his daughter's life within a year and a half because he left her. So we got confirmation that it was the husband that has left Trisha, you guys. I know some people were wondering, did Trisha leave him? No, he left her, it looks like, right? So nonetheless, MARSAU is like, well, if you leave your household, if you leave your spouse, if you leave your significant other, you left your kids and wife, without, you left them, right? And if you leave them, how can you make demands? And basically said fatherhood is something you earn. If you leave your household, you leave your wife and kids. And here's the thing, you guys. Things are rock bottom when MARSAU Scott is making sense. Things are absolutely rock bottom in the pits of HELL if MARSAU is making sense. I do not know the backstory of this husband because this story is so weird. Because again, we have Kenny saying that Trisha had filed for divorce and that essentially he's just waiting on them to sign. You hear from Trisha, Trisha's like, no, basically a divorce was never filed. So does that mean she was hoping to reconcile with this husband? And then we have issues with the timeline, right? 1 minute, Trisha is saying that they've been separated for 5-6 years. Another scene, it's 4 years. It's just something janky with this storyline. And I just need it to make sense. Is Trisha and Ken real? Or is Ken being played? Is this a setup for some big reunion between Trisha and her husband? Like, I'm just trying to understand what we're supposed to make of this, what we're supposed to take of this. And I'm sure the cast is confused as well, because we're going to talk about in another video this tomfoolery with Sunny, Moses, and Destiny, because it is just getting out of control. It is just getting out of control how hard, both of these storylines, it's like they're trying to film with these cast members to try to get people on their side, to try to get people, to team up with and say, listen, I've got X, Y, and Z writing for me. I got X, Y, and Z defending me. And it's like all of this is dysfunctional. All of this is trifling.
All of this doesn't make sense. Love and Marriage Huntsville, yet you have somebody on the show that he was legally married to somebody else who has a side dude and is lusting after the likes of Martel and is upset that the likes of Martel is not claiming that he knew her. But then in a roundabout way behind her back is basically confirming that in some capacity he knows her. But nonetheless, you guys, what is the point of all of this? Like what is there to achieve, right? Are we going to get to the background as to why this marriage actually failed? Are we going to get to the background why Kenny left? Is this a situation where, what were the problems in the marriage? What was there infidelity? Was there stealing? Was things volatile? Like what is the problem? Because I don't understand being separated this long, being separated 5-6 years, and having a whole boyfriend that your family is kind of on the fence about and doesn't really know the situation, and you don't want to get a divorce. It's as if you are hoping, Trisha, that Kenny begs you back or something. Because you could look no more disinterested than you already do into Ken. And poor Ken is thinking that this is going to be something that's going the distance and actually wants to propose to you, and you could care less. Can you make it make sense? So nonetheless, we're going to talk about this, and then we got to talk about this other scene featuring the husband and Trisha that was just a hot mess as well. But nonetheless, it appears MARSAU is going to be back in this next episode. And again, what are we achieving? What is the point of all of this? Can somebody tell me what we're supposed to make of this? It's like we're getting fed breadcrumbs, we're getting fed, the littlest of information, and we're supposed to just take it and be like, yeah, and have no idea what to make of anything. What is the conclusion of this? What is the point of this? Are we supposed to be rooting for Trisha and her husband to get back together? Are we supposed to be rooting for a divorce to finally happen? Are we supposed to be rooting for Trisha to be interested in Kenny? Like what is the end game here? Because ultimately, it just seems like there is no focus this season. I can't believe that Destiny and Carlos King are walking around talking about there's fresh storylines this season what's fresh? Another side chick storyline isn't fresh at Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys. Another situation where somebody is married to somebody else and entertaining somebody else on the side. It is not new information on Love and Marriage Huntsville. There's nothing fresh about it. And the producer dating somebody from, the show, well, I guess if you want to call it that, I wouldn't even classify Moses really as like a cast member because he barely, was in existence when he was here. But nonetheless, trying to make this as like some big smoking gun, as if we've never seen this before, as if we've never seen a producer fall for somebody that is on a reality show, and now we have to make it front page news and front and center. But the problem is the audience doesn't care. And the more that gets revealed about this Moses guy, the more it looks even more trifling how hard in the paint Destiny is going to go up for him, just despite Sonny. But can you make it make sense? Like, does any of you guys know what happened? Do any of you guys, can you take from this scene with MARSAU and Trisha's husband what we're supposed to make of it? Obviously, duh. If you leave your family, if you leave your household, you're leaving your wife and kids. So you no longer have authority to say how involved you are or aren't in your kid's life when you made the cognizant decision to leave. You decided that you were going to limit your time with your kids by leaving your wife and leaving your kids. Now, if you wanted to stay in the household and stay there with your kids, you won't be missing out on their lives. But you made that decision, so what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to make of this, right? We don't know why this marriage ended. We don't know why all of a sudden now you're filming scenes. And we don't know what is the conclusion. Is there going to be a reconciliation or a divorce? Or are you guys just going to continue to stay estranged? Is it financial reasons? Are you guys hoping to get back together? What is the tea? But this, standstill that we're in, where everybody is talking around the issues and not addressing the questions that need to be answered, is why this season is so exhausting, you guys. Everybody is dancing around the obvious issues that need to be discussed, and then we have all of these same scenes where you're going to film the same scene with everyone else in the cast that you feel like filming with, and we're not going to get a conclusion. We're not going to get an answer. Like I keep saying, this is amateur hour, you guys. These are rookie mistakes. The whole point of a reality show is to show people's reality, right? But not only that, there is supposed to be a storyline that's supposed to follow through. And thus far, there are several storylines that are very repetitive, that are very stagnant, that have no future to discuss, you guys. And we're supposed to just tune in. And people wonder why the ratings aren't a disaster. Because it is the same thing being regurgitated over and over and over again. And we have nothing to go on. We have nothing to discuss other than people talking about the same thing over and over and over again. We sound like a broken record, discussing the same thing over and over and over and over again. What is the conclusion? What are we trying to achieve? What am I supposed to make of this? Right? What am I supposed to make of why Trisha does not want to file for divorce, according to her, from her husband? Why the husband doesn't want to get a divorce from Trisha? Why Kenny thinks a divorce was filed and just needs signatures, and he's out in the wings. And then this Martel thing is even more embarrassing and humiliating because, Kenny, guess what? You're last on the totem pole of priorities, because Trisha could be more disinterested. I mean, literally, she is more interested in the furniture, what's on the ground, the bugs, anything but you. And you are, with the hope and a prayer that this is going to lead to something more, and it's not. It is not. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.